Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird, Miles Red Birdsong in New York City. You're looking at Melanie Lynn Spear. She was, Christopher Columbus and St. Patrick, the patron saint of the poor, and Vincent van Gogh. She had difficulty with she was a genius, and the conflict between genius and staying centered, was difficult for her. And there was a suicide there. So I wanted to do a lot of talk and share with Melanie. Melanie and I, we've already done talk and share together. I'm hoping to do more. And she would make a great polarity therapist. Polarity therapy invented by Dr. Randolph Stone. And like if it's a pain, you touch the sore spot and it goes away. And then you're looking at Sing Birdsong, who was George Gershwin, and just every musical giant you can imagine, Mozart and Jimi Hendrix, and I was thinking for Eternity Sing could have a jazz band and teach people about jazz. It's a very high-minded music. Jazz and classical music are the best musics with the soul and the brain and the heart. And Sing could do that. He could travel around doing that. He had a band in Friends Seminary where he attended high school. And they were called World. And it was Dave Seller, Dave Boiler, and Sing Birdsong on guitar. There were stars at Friends Seminary. I hope that works out for him again. Okay, let me read. I want to talk about Robin briefly. There's Robin. Robin was Queen Victoria, and this is Albert, Prince Consort, Earl Percy. They were married, and they met in this life, and I'm hoping they can get together because love is forever. And they were in love, and so love is forever. The same thing with Adam and Eve. I don't have a picture of Adam here with me. It's someplace. This is his audience. I'll show you his audience. Look at that. So all those people. And I just did a video where I used this picture and I didn't put it back. But it's Michael Bublé. I'm sure you know what he looks like. Good-looking guy. Handsome as he can be. And he lives in the moment. He's been through some difficult time. His wife was Pontius Pilate, and she's got to pay for killing Jesus Christ, who was my husband. In fact, she owes me a husband because she took my husband and killed him. So, okay, this is Baba G. This is the king of the cosmos, most important person in the world. And Govinda Singh is Jesus Christ. And this is Eve, a representation of Eve, light, full of light. Okay, so where was I? Part 3. Talk and share leads you to learn your past lives. Okay? And it gives you peace of mind. It keeps you centered. And you feel aware, self-aware, and present in your body. It's created, guided by Charan Singh here. You can't hardly see that. It's not a very good picture. But anyway, he's in my womb, starting life again as my son. He was my personal spiritual guide. Now he's going to be my son, Giancarlo Arturo, and his twin, Evelyn Jones, Ariel Elizabeth Michelle. So I'm waiting for them to come through the door and into the world. But, it's up to them. Love makes no demands. All right, start a Let's see, where are we going? Human. We started human. Human. Heaven. I-O-U. Ama. An angel. Evangeline. An guardian angel. Energy. Will. Isaacs. Isaacs is pleasure exchanges. Enter eternity. Predominant, prevalent pleasure exchanges. Let's go. We're going to be happy. I'm already happy. Are you happy? Yeah. Start a merit-based world as the leaders are rulers having earned their, that's misspelled, T-H-E-I-R should be, earned their positions after lifetimes of hard work, pain. Seems like I read this in the last video. Suffering, sacrificing themselves, their ideal conditions, their best interests for the pleasure of others. This is what the head of the Holy Royal Family and the Holy Royal Family members have done the same things. Start perfect health, perfect eating, fruits, veggies, beans, brown rice, variety of beans, variety of spice. Order the he, Adam, her, Eve story, a happy, never-ending love story of glory. God, I got that right. I didn't get that right in the last video. Okay, I said that. Start perfect health for those who want it, like Eve's mother, Charlene Kelk. Okay, of epic proportions. Okay, I see what this is. Let's do this again. Order the he, Adam, Michael Bublé, her, Eve, the Michelle Birdsong story, a happy, never-ending love story of glory, of epic proportions. Epic decoded. E, pi, consciousness. Okay, I got through that and got it all right. That's great. Okay, now, stop the show called The Young Turks from having public visibility appearance. Yeah, those are the people who say the Armenian genocide didn't happen. Of course it did. As far as I know it did. I think it did. They're negative in general. I've seen them. It's a terrible show. Saint Tulsi Sahib, Guru Nanak, the first Sikh guru, Eve, founder of Sikhism, asked the Lord not to give up on and in the world. She was 9 years old. She asked the Lord to let will E.T., the will of E.T., the will of an extraterrestrial, let her prove to him that there were so many good people in the world that he didn't want to kill people who had been good. Funny, the Lord will ordered mild red daughter of the Supreme Sun God, greatest good. He's the greatest good. He gives us light and doesn't ask for money, and then he goes to the other side of the world, gives them light. He leaves us in the dark. And so he is the destroyer of life and the creator of life. And he's objective. And he said, I won, not because of favoritism, but because I worked like a superhuman, time and lifetimes. And he didn't give me the win. He gave me the win because I earned the win. He wouldn't deprive me of the win that I had earned. So he listened to me, but people have not been listening to me, to my knowledge, till about now. People are listening to me now. I have, during my research, realized that Edwin Birdsong and Stevie Wonder, dealmaker, attorney Johannan, would go to listen to me. Ma, maybe, I believe, it was a contest between good and evil. I know it was a contest because I won the good with the good. And when the son said to me a couple of weeks ago, I won, he was saying that good won. Good. God ordered Mild Red, his openly devoted daughter, to share power and model supreme power from the female point of view with male man, supreme being on earth. As it is in heaven. Michael Bublé Adam sings, Govinda sing, son Isaacs enter, Govinda sing. The pleasure of the son enters Govinda sing. They see eye to eye. Heaven, heaven, decoded. Heaven, Eve, and Adam, venue. Okay, that's what heaven is. Christopher Columbus, Melanie Lynn Spear. He was the explorer, Christopher Columbus. Oh, this is Cleopatra. Cleopatra, Melanie Lynn Spear, explorer, Christopher Columbus, who found this world as a heavenly site asked for by Eve as Queen Isabella. Now, I told you Christopher Columbus. That's Christopher Columbus with a big smile. I'll let you see her. Cleopatra, Melanie Lynn Spear's brother raped her, and the other brother made her suck his penis. Oh, this is gross. Suck his penis after he had stuck it in her behind. Okay, behind. I have to tell you all this truth. I'm sorry. Truth is not for the squeamish. B energy. His story. Hell training. Yeah, this is training for hell. And her story is training for heaven because she won for the good. The same thing happens to little boys. This is called pedophilia. Cleopatra became queen of Egypt and killed her brothers who had sexually abused her. As Melanie Lynn Spear, one of the brothers, Jason Llewellyn, son of Mary, Queen of Scots, Linda Llewellyn, caught up with Melanie in Eve, Mary's Tulsi Sahib Guru Nanak's womb. Jason sabotaged the Nazi Elvis Spear, Michael John Spear, attempt to have Eve Mary have an abortion. Jason was visiting and getting sick, staying sick until appointment for abortion was missed. Okay, we have over here. We have something about talking Sarah. Let's see what we're talking about here. She see order. She see order. Talking Sarah. Therapy or energy enter. Groundhog Day. She's in denial. Talking about Mary Queen of Scots, Linda Llewellyn. Her son's a pedophile who was 12. Melanie was 2 years old when that happened. So I, Eve Mary, saw Melanie on a sonogram. See, because Jason made it so we missed the abortion. And I didn't want to abort her. I was in a daze, and Michael, who was Albert Speer, was saying, you have to get an abortion. And Linda, Jason's mother, said, you have to get an abortion. You got to get an abortion. They were hounding me like they do at Planned Parenthood. They hound the women who are undecided and talk them into getting an abortion. So I saw Melanie on the sonogram and fell in love with her. That's what I said. If women had to look at babies on a sonogram, they wouldn't kill the babies. They'd fall in love with them because they do have the maternal instinct. So I carried her to term. Jason's mother, atheist Linda Llewellyn, was trying hard to get me to abort Melanie, just like the Nazi atheist Michael John Speer was. Atheist. Oops. At hell, energy, Isaac, Satan. They get pleasure from Satan. Satan at Tan. Satan at attack. Tan and Nanak. Angel guardian. Angel. Angel. And good energy will is what angel decodes as. Guard against another her. Die and deny Isaac's pleasure is to die. To die is to deny yourself pleasure. Now over here, Father as Saint, fast forward to 1979. I prayed to the Master to let me be myself in front of him. I was visiting God, Jesus Christ, in India. Okay, and I prayed to him that I could be myself. The next day, when I had to face God during an interview, he asked softly and kindly, is there some question? And not said, of whom I am. I said, and my voice came out, said something, and daughter, Melanie. Oh, my voice, oh, I see. Yeah, I was Melanie. Remember I said I wanted to be myself was Melanie. Q. Queen energy, Saint, Isaac smiles red, and Isaac's pleasure. Yeah. So Queen energy, Miles Red Songbird is in the Queen energy stage of a saint receiving pleasure, or Miles Red, and sounding. So I came out, when I wanted to be myself the next day, I came out sounding like a very young child. Will I be and the question was, will I be as afraid of the Master inside the Master? Charan Singh is inside my womb now, 2019. So, talking about supernatural happening. Will I be as afraid of the Master inside as I am of the Master outside? This is what I'm asking God in India, right? He looked surprised and amused, delighted perhaps, and said, "What is there to fear?" And then he smiled irresistibly. Pleasure filled my ear. His voice was so sweet. His